Hey y'all, welcome to the Blue Plate Special. We are live right here in downtown Knoxville. It's a beautiful day in Knoxville, but if you're listening to the radio right now, you can come on down and join us. And we've got a fella from a long ways away from here. We get people who come from all over the place, but not very often from as far away as he is from. He's all the way from LA, out in California. You all give a big welcome to Grant Langston.
We planted in the springtime, wheat and hoe all summer long, making clear corn liquor and singing our own song. We live outside with the kids and the dogs from dawn till dusk. Way out on the state road where the pavement turns to dust, we're making our last stand, country or bust, country or bust. We did it in the city, chasing easy street. Had to learn it ain't what you make, son, it's what you keep, and now we keep it all. To live this life before it goes to rust. Way out on the state road where the pavement turns to dust, we're making our last stand, country or bust, country or bust. This is real organic, the perfect place to hide. Lose the fear and panic and find yourself outside. We ain't much for strangers, never know who's passing through, but everything we've got is yours. There's a bed waiting for you, now it's outside with the kids and the dogs from dawn till dusk. Way out on the state road where the pavement turns to dust, we're making our last stand, country or bust, country or bust, country or bust, country or bust. And out on the state road, out on the state road. All right, thanks a lot. Good to see you guys today. See all of you out here. This next song I'm going to play, most of this stuff is from a new record that I have, and this one is a song that has got a question as the title. Kind of unusual to do that, but a fun experiment. This is called "How Much Do You Want?" It's one of those songs that's kind of a mashup of a lot of different things. I started out thinking, it's kind of got a Buddy Holly vibe to it, you know. And then I ended up putting a little Bonanza guitar on it. And then someone said, that sounds like a Rush song. I was like, uh-oh, maybe that's not so good. But it all kind of works together, so here you go. I've been the shoulder where you laid your fears. These ruffled hands have wiped 1,000 of your tears. There's only one answer that I need to hear. How much do you want? I'm not the boyfriend who try to steal your stuff, or the pretend rocker who is pretend tough. I'm the good old boy who's never good enough. How much do you want? Tell me all you need is a man who's honest and true. But you're swimming in a pond of sharks, my dear, and looking for a petting zoo. These boys keep finding ways to drag you down. I wanna ride to your rescue before you drown, but you keep on falling for these circus clowns. How much do you want? You tell me all you need is a man who's honest and true. I got a heart as big as the Montana sky, and all it wants is you. So you can have your version of paradise. It's a buyer's market at a bargain price, and you can have it all at just a single slice. How much do you want? You can choose the way you want to see this big old world. Are you a powerful woman or a little girl? Just a tiny rock or a precious pearl? How much do you want? How much do you want? How much do you want?
That's Grant Langston on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. Well, welcome to the show in the Knoxville. Is this your first time in Knoxville? I know it's your first time on the show.
I'm almost embarrassed to say it's not my first time in Knoxville because I went to Auburn University.
Oh.
So I came here to cheer for the other team sometimes.
All right, well, that's okay.
It's okay now. It's years ago.
It's years ago, and we're here for music anyway, right?
Right.
So you're originally from Alabama, but you found your way out to L.A. Tell us a little bit about that and what it maybe has to do with your new record and all that stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was a songwriter and I was a musician, you know, as a teenager, and when I was kind of thinking about what I wanted to do with music, I knew that what I did was a little bit quirky. It was country music, but maybe more on the Americana side of things, or Texas country, or even California country. And when I looked at the options, I decided that Los Angeles might be a place where a weird vibe might work better. So I've been there a long time, 20 years or so, and the new record is called Alabama, but the LA is bolded in the font, just to sort of say this record's kind of a mashup of my life as the Southern guy in Southern California. I wake up every day and I'm a Southerner. I'm an Alabama guy, even though I've lived there a long time. It's just my identity, and so I'm the crossroads of two very different cultures, and I think that's kind of fun in some ways.
Yeah. So that album is coming out on the 14th, is
That's
that
right? Next Friday.
But you have a single from the album over here in vinyl form.
It's always hard for musicians today to know what format do we make our music in. I mean, most of the people I know don't have CD players anymore, not even in their cars.
Oh, for sure.
Some of them now have cassette players again. That's weird. Some people have, turntables. Some people don't have turntables. Some people listen digitally. So what we've decided to do is just make a 45, a little bit old school, and then include a download card with it. So I brought some 45s, which you guys are welcome to have if you have a turntable. If you like it, you can email me at grantlangston@gmail.com, and I'll send you the download card, and you can have the rest of the record for free too. So that's kind of how we're doing it.
All right. Well, very nice. Very nice. So those are over there on the merch table for those of you who are in the audience. For those who aren't in the audience, how are they going to find this record and keep up with you
Well, GrantLangston.com has got it all.
Okay.
You know, I'm all over the streaming services, and you know, wherever you listen to music is a place you can find me. Bandcamp, which you may know, is kind of a cool independent seller of music. They mostly sell downloads, so that's a fun place to reach me. But I'm everywhere. You know, I have, a number of records, and so you can find all my stuff out there.
All right, very good. Well, speaking of streaming services, before the show, we were chatting a little bit about what it means to be an independent artist today, and you're not on a record label. You're doing this yourself, and you know the streaming services arguably don't pay a lot, so people have to figure out how to make ends meet. Talk a little bit about how you put that all together.
Well, you know, music is supposed to be fun and inspirational and above commerce, I think it is to me. But it's also an entrepreneurial exercise for me, right? I'm running a business, which can be fun and inspirational, but there's also the nuts and bolts of it. And I think sometimes people don't understand that a lot of that has changed in the last, say, 10 years, where recorded music is a much smaller part of the income of a musician, and streaming services have kind of been a part of that. It's cool to listen to streaming services to find new music, but I think it's always a great idea to take that extra step and reach out to that artist's site and buy music from them, or buy it from a site like Bandcamp where they actually get more of it.
Right.
It's something that just helps if you like this kind of music to pay attention to going to see it live. That's a big deal. Buying a ticket, showing up, supporting. It's all important to make the wheels turn. And so that's how I see it.
Yeah. And then you've done fairly well for yourself as well by creating another kind of income stream through your music by licensing your music to TV and so forth. Talk about that a little. I think a lot of people don't really understand that it's really a great way for musicians to figure out how to do that if they can make those inroads. And you've had some success. So tell us about that.
It's another reason to live in Los Angeles, where the entertainment industry is, because, you know, in a town like Nashville, I might be one of a million guys like me, and in a town like Los Angeles, I might be one of 100 or even less. And so when a movie needs country music, somebody goes, hey, let's call Langston. He's got a bunch of music, or a show or a video game or whatever. And so I have put a lot of music in a lot of shows. I mentioned an HBO show called True Blood, which was about vampires in Louisiana. But yeah, I put a lot of music into that show because what I did was a good fit for that setting.
Yeah.
And so, yes, that is a great sort of revenue producer, and it helps everybody sleep at night to know that there's still that you can
that still exists. And hopefully, hopefully people hear your music in those shows, and maybe some of them go look it up and go look you up and
absolutely
all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
So just a couple more things, and we'll get back to the music. You normally play, when you're playing closer to home, you're playing with a full band. Your record has a full band, and they're called the Grill Masters, right?
That's right, Grant Langston and the Grill Masters. Yes. The songs you're going to hear me do today on the records have got, other players and pedal steels and fiddles and whatnot. And sometimes I tour with a band. I've done 4 tours of Europe, and in that case, I was able to use a band over there. Looking to do that in the fall, some here in this country. But it is, that's always a challenge too. A lot of people and a lot of logistics.
Yeah, that's a lot to make happen.
Yeah.
Well, we're lucky to have you here today, so let's get some more music.
Great. Yeah, you're going to have to use your imagination on this one. This is a shuffle. If we were in a honky-tonk in Bakersfield, where I find myself quite a bit, you guys would be dancing in a circle, or doing line dancing. This is a shuffle called Layaway. Fender guitar sure sparkles in the window. Periwinkle Telecaster sounds like a dream. The neck pickup coos just like a little baby. And that single chord bridge sure knows how to twang and scream. But it don't lay away. I ain't got the scratch today, but it will be mine, and I'm gonna buy it in my own sweet time. Good things come to those who wait with cold hard cash. Every payday I chip some away, put it on layaway. That wet velvet suit sure fits you like a warm bath. When you walk down the street in that suit, folks step aside. Bell-bottom slacks and a vest, just like Tom Jones. Foes that swing for the fence with nothing to hide. But it don't lay away. I ain't got the scratch today, but it will be mine, and I'm gonna buy it in my own sweet time. Good things come to those who wait with cold hard cash. Every payday I chip some away, put it on layaway. That bike sounds like Roger's rolling thunder. 1200 cc's of Wisconsin American steel. Chrome in the front, chrome in the rear, just enough chrome on the side. I know how to make this big ticket deal, but it don't lay away. I ain't got the scratch today, but it will be mine, and I'm gonna buy it in my own sweet time. Good things come to those who wait with cold hard cash. Every payday I chip some away, put it on layaway. Every payday I chip some away, put it on layaway. Seems like everybody is good at something, and obviously not the same thing. This is a true story called Breaking Hearts, about someone that was very good at that. You found me in your garbage cans, stinking drunk and rummaging, looking for a scrap of our old life. Most women, they wouldn't care, but you're the one that put me there. The shock and awe of the unfaithful wife. You led me into my old house, introduced me to your second spouse, and begged me to forgive your cheating ways. I kissed you and walked to the door. Go, my child, and sin no more. Then I stumbled out into my sad malaise. Yes, I've screwed myself down inside this bottle, but all of God's have to play their part, or birds are for flying, dreams are for dying, and you, my dear, you're for breaking hearts. Yes, I ignored your caution tape. The warning sign said do not date, but you came with this trail of broken men. But my ego sang just like a hymn. No, you will not be one of them. So I sealed my fate right there and then. Yes, I've screwed myself down inside this bottle, but all of God's creatures have to play their part. Socks off for mending, chapters off for ending, and you, my dear, you're for breaking hearts. Yes, I've screwed myself down inside this bottle, but all of God's creatures have to play their part. Whiskey's for drinking, hopes are for sinking, and you, my dear, you're for breaking hearts. Oh yes, you, my dear, breaking hearts. Thank you. Well, I like to write story songs that kind of paint a picture. And so this one's called Jailbird, and it is about a jailbird. And we don't know what this guy did, but he's in there for a long time, and he gets to leave jail at night when he goes and dreams, and that's kind of what this one's about. It's a silly little song, but sometimes silly's okay. Burning down the highway, rolling down the road, out there in the country where the corn is all in rows. Big old honking motor, burning leaded gas, driving in the left lane, 'cause all I do is pass. Woke up with a smile, but them dreams are full of lies, 'cause a jailbird never flies. Out there on the lake with my skeeter and my rod, 12 pack of shiner fishing in the house of God. Phone back in the truck, 50 miles from town, missing off the side 'cause there ain't no one around. Woke up with a smile, but them dreams are full of lies, 'cause a jailbird never flies. Some folks have done harder time, but doing time is hard. Lights out at 9:30, lock the door and take the key. But I've got years of time, when I close my eyes I'm free. I woke up with a smile, but them dreams are full of lies, 'cause a jailbird never flies. You know I woke up with a smile, but them dreams are full of lies, 'cause a jailbird never flies. So I've been making music a long time, been writing songs a long time. I had never written a song about a car. I don't really know why that is, because I sure do love cars. But I said, it's time. It's time. It's time to write a song about a guy that's in love with his truck. You almost lose your country music card if you don't have a truck song. So this is actually the single from this record. It's on the single that I have here with me today, the physical single, and it's the song that we're promoting really to kick things off. It's called This Old Truck. And yeah, it's a little sad. Guy's in love with his truck, but you do the best you can. It goes like this. All they left was a post-it on the mailbox. All it said was, check your storage space. All I did was grab my keys and a flashlight, and I found them there in a sweaty embrace. When life gives you the finger, son, you need your special place. This old truck always turns over when I stomp the gas. This old truck held everything I owned the day I left her ass. I can't find the cheap parts anywhere and fix it with a socket set. I ain't giving up this truck, cause this truck ain't quit me yet. No, this truck ain't quit me yet. I spent some time swiping through the headshots, looking for love that I knew could not fail. And I tried so hard to be a great romancer, but I always ended up chasing my tail. And I want a happy song, but mine is in a minor scale. This old truck always turns over when I stomp the gas. This old truck held everything I owned the day I left her ass. I can't find the cheap parts anywhere and fix it with a socket set. I ain't giving up this truck, cause this truck ain't quit me yet. No, this truck ain't quit me yet. Sometimes we go riding through the country, just two old friends living past their prime. And when I'm feeling flush, I fell up on the good stuff and let that motor sing in perfect time. And he ain't flesh and blood, but he's the only thing that's mine. That whole truck always turns over when I stomp the gas. This old truck held everything I owned the day I left her ass. I can't find the cheap parts anywhere and fix it with a socket set. I ain't giving up this truck, cause this truck ain't quit me yet. No, this truck ain't quit me yet. Thanks. It's a lot of fun to be here. There's really nothing better than rolling around from town to town and playing music. I mean, that's probably no surprise. It's just a lot of fun to see these places and see how beautiful things are and kind of meet people and play music. So I appreciate you being here. I appreciate the opportunity to share all this with you. I got a couple more songs and a couple more stories to tell. This is a honky-tonk song. Good thing about songwriting is you can work out your problems. And after the problem's solved, the song remains. This is about a booker of a club in Sacramento, California, where I had a little bit of a tussle. It's called Coming for You. You can't make a martini without a little alcohol. You can't run one back unless you got the football. But you can set your watch by the things I say I'll do. So call it what you want, but mister, I'm coming for you. You can't eat your cake and save it for a rainy day. You can't say you've got my back, turn tail and run away. Well, you can tell I don't win them all. In fact, I've lost quite a few. But I'm as stubborn as hell, and mister, I'm coming for you. Well, most folks, they are lucky. They never have to take a stand. But you just picked the wrong old boy to prove that you're a man. So come and prove that you're a man. You can't make a Manhattan unless you pour in bourbon straight. You can't score a run unless you touch the home plate. Well, I hope that you are hungry. You bit off more than you can chew. 'Cause I'm as stubborn as hell, and mister, I'm coming for you. Coming for you. Coming for you. Coming for you.
That's Grant Langston on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. We're going to get one more song, but first I want to thank you all for coming out. Thank everybody who's listening and watching out there. For those of you who are in the house, remember that he has some singles over there that you all are welcome to pick up before you head out, and go chat with him and make him feel welcome here in Knoxville. If you don't care, I got one more question for you. We chatted about before the show and we didn't get to it, but I just think it's a story people might find interesting, which is you've had some trouble with the releasing things from this album on the streaming platform. Tell us a little bit about what happened.
Yeah, it's a brave new world out there, right?
Yeah.
I went to give my new record to all the streaming companies through a distribution partner that I have, and they said, wow, half of this record or 4 tracks have already been uploaded, and is this a mistake? Have you made an error? I said, no, these are new recordings. This is all new. Well, someone's already put this music out, and it's not under your name, and these song titles are not your titles. And they told me the artist, and I went in Spotify and listened, and sure enough, it was me. And so, this is just the world that we're in, right?
Yeah.
So it began a copyright infringement process that I had to do with Amazon UK and Amazon Germany and Amazon US and Spotify and the French streaming company Deezer and of course Apple. And, I'm in the right. I think anyone who listens to the music is going to go, well, that's Langston. I have all this other music that's out. They can hear my voice.
Right.
But you trying to get the attention of some of the biggest companies in the world to help you.
Yeah.
And that's hard.
Yeah.
And it puts sand in the gears,
Yeah.
right? That's hard. And so as of now, some of the the record that's being released next week on the streaming services is missing those 4 songs that were stolen. So that's maybe a cautionary tale to other musicians. I don't know how it was stolen from me. There's a lot of ways it could have happened. It could have been that I carelessly put the file someplace, or someone else in my chain of production did it. But you just got to be thinking about things that you never used to think about.
Yeah.
Because there's ways that bad stuff happens that couldn't have happened. And just to make this point super clear, there's not big money in stealing 4 Grant Langston songs. But if you do that 1,000 times a day,
right,
and that's what these criminal organizations are doing, they're based in countries and continents far away, and they're doing this 1,000 times a day. And if you do that, it does add up to some money for them.
right.
So it's just a good thing to be aware of as an artist.
Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing that. I mean, I think particularly for any musicians listening out there, it is a cautionary tale. And I've read about this, but I've not met anybody before you that it actually happened to. So very interesting. Well, good luck with that.
All right.
And with that being said, let's set that aside and get one more song.
Thank you. Just pretend you love me tonight. Put away your stone cold heart and let's hold each other tight. Tomorrow in the daylight, there's lots of time to fight. So just pretend you love me tonight. All the water under our bridge since the day we said I do. Tiny hurts and careless words adding up for me and you. Though we hold our love as sacred and our love is true, there's a wall of icy silence that I cannot break through. Just pretend you love me tonight. Put away your stone cold heart and let's hold each other tight. Tomorrow in the daylight, there is lots of time to fight. So just pretend you love me tonight. Time has made us strangers with so little left to say, defending ground and taking sides, wanting things our way. Can't we call a truce and spend some gentle time being nothing else but lovers, being nothing else but kind? Just pretend you love me tonight. Put away your stone cold heart and let's hold each other tight. Tomorrow in the daylight, there is lots of time to fight. So just pretend you love me tonight. Thank you very much. Thank you, Sean.
That's Grant Langston live right here in downtown Knoxville. Hope you'll join us next time for more real live music on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. But right now, I'm going to send it back into the studio.